beautiful spring morning outside. I'm out front and we have a fox family. They had 4 little fox babies. Welcome to day 31, by the way. Diary of a Multifaceted Mama. I don't think you can see them because I think they heard me come out. Yeah, they went back under the rock. Otherwise, I would show you. But it is day 31 of Diary of a Multifaceted Mama, and it's morning. My oldest has gone off to school. My other 3 are inside. One is awake. The 10-year-old's awake doing Legos. He's a very early riser. And the other 2 are still resting. And the doggy is out here with us. And say hi, Sorgy. Say hi, Sorgy. He's a good boy. He's a good boy. Yes, you are. But today, what I wanted to, now he wants to play because I called him over. What I wanted to talk about and reflect on was around restoration. So this past, oh gosh, I guess it's just maybe like just the past week. I have had a series of unfortunate physical events, and I've just been thinking this morning about how, starting a new week, it's Monday, starting a new week and wanting to, it's hard to not look at nature. That's why my eyes keep drifting because it's so beautiful out. I've been wanting to feel restored, right? So I twisted my ankle this week. Thankfully, it wasn't broken, so that's good. It was just a twist. And that had me wobbling for a few days, which was fine. Iced it, elevated it, and it healed actually much more quickly than I had anticipated, very quickly. And then, so I drank this expired cranberry juice, which, I mean, not supposed to drink expired stuff, right? But I was like, it'll be okay. And it did taste kind of weird, but okay, long story short, it gave me food poisoning. So I was sick. Did not feel pleasant. And so this is like really the first morning where I feel better. I think my stomach is still like, I still need to be careful what I'm eating or drinking because it could upset my stomach. But besides that, I feel like okay. And so as I was thinking about the intentions I want to set for my day, how I want to experience my day today, I'm like, I want to experience peace, which I am experiencing this morning with this beautiful nature. And I just did some yoga. I highly recommend yoga with Adrienne if you enjoy doing yoga at home. She's amazing. I got my husband stuck on her too. All of her yoga stuff is free. And I mean, she does offer other things too that you can pay for, but she's just amazing. So highly, highly, highly recommend her if you haven't checked her out. So I did some yoga with Adrienne this morning. It felt so amazing. That was restorative. That was peaceful. And then I watched the Fox family for a little bit. That was restorative. That was peaceful. Pet the dog for a little bit. That was restorative. That was peaceful. And now I'm sitting in nature. Restorative and peaceful, right? So I'm really setting those intentions for myself intentionally this morning, very deliberately. And it feels good. And I'm going to just carry this with me throughout the day today. Today is not one of my work days. And so we have a lot of, the baby and I have a lot of like cleaning up stuff to do because we had my 10-year-old's birthday party the last weekend. And then this past weekend, we had my sister's birthday. And then I was sick with the food poisoning. So it's just been full. And then before that, it was Easter, right? So we're in that full season. And And so we still had our cleaning morning. So we did get some cleaning done yesterday and all that stuff, but there's still like some birthday stuff out and things like that. The stuff that happens when you have multiple kids and you've got lots of events going on and things like that. So we've got some clean clothes to put away and some things to clean up and stuff like that. Maybe some errands to run. I have to go through my schedule after this a little bit more to get clear on that. But really, I'm still setting like these really strong intentions of restoration and peace for today, sprinkle in some fun when I'm feeling ready for that. And what was I thinking about? I was thinking about something I wanted to talk about today, but it's escaping my mind, so maybe it'll come back next time. But yeah, so for today, it's pretty chill and pretty short. I'm mostly just wanting to come on here and hold myself accountable and maybe even encourage you if this is what you need today too, is like, in the world, wherever you fall, maybe you lean more towards psychology, more towards the hard sciences, more towards the energy of things. I am a very firm believer that they are all connected, that they do not contradict one another, they complement one another. And so to me, at their core, at their foundations, they all actually support the same thing, or religion or whatever. Spirituality, psychology, science, at their fundamental core, in my understanding, they all support very, very, very similar, if not the same things. And so some people will tell themselves, right, like, I must have done something to deserve this, or what did I do wrong, or what went wrong, or am I being punished, or this bad karma kind of thing. Like, it's like you deserve if something bad happens to you, or like you have to figure out what you did to make that bad energy come to you, or whatever the case is. And the reason I'm saying this is because I could easily do that to myself since I got food poisoning and I twisted my ankle and I don't even know what else I did this past week. But that's just not the energy that we put out, for sure, affects the energy that we receive in return. Absolutely, right? It's the energy that we experience. Energy we put out is the energy that we tend to experience. That is science backs that, psychology backs that, energy backs that, right? So that is true. But there is not some like force out there that's trying to make us feel bad or push something on us that we deserve because our energy was off. Like, that's not it at all, right? So all it is, since I got food poisoning and I twisted my ankle, all it is an opportunity for me to pause and reflect and see what I need, and see either maybe there's something I need that I'm not paying attention to, or maybe there's someplace I can grow. Maybe I need to pause, maybe I need to let in more support, whatever the case is. But it's just an opportunity for me to pause and see what is there for me. What is calling my attention. That's it. That's it. It doesn't mean that I'm unworthy or deserving of negative. And the same for you, right? Like, if you're going through something, it's not because you deserve to be treated poorly. It's not because you did something bad and it's like now you have to deal with that. Or, we have these experiences in life, and life is filled with experiences, and we get to choose. It's not necessarily that everything happens for a reason. It's that everything happens, and because our minds are meaning-making machines, we create the meaning of them. And so we can actually just be more intentional about the meaning that we prescribe to things. And that meaning that we prescribe is going to affect how we experience the event, the situation, and then also how we move forward from it and what we carry from it with us. So when I twisted my ankle, after I got past my original on the floor, right, to like breathe through that, I laughed. I laughed at myself because that's what I needed to do. That's what felt helpful to me. Just laughed at myself. And my daughter and my husband came and they helped me get up and took care of what I need to take care of, like the ice and elevation, right? And beat myself up. That's not helpful. I've been there, done that, not helpful. And the same with the food poisoning. I could easily beat myself up for drinking expired cranberry juice. Like, it's literally my own fault, right? Like, I could beat myself up for that, but why? Like, is that really going to make me feel better? No. Is that going to help? No. Like, lesson learned. I'm not going to drink expired cranberry juice again, but I'm also not going to bask and wallow in like negative energy to make myself feel worse and drag out the illness even more. Like, I'm not going to do that. And so honestly, so I was feeling like a little bit nauseous throughout the week, but the food poisoning really hit Friday night after I drank like a full glass of it. And it lasted Saturday. There was like an ebb and a flow to it Saturday. And then Sunday morning, like definitely wasn't all the way better, but like I was better, right? Like it's not like it had me knocked out for several days and I was bedridden, right? Like I chose not to invest a ton of negative energy in that. I listened to what my body needed and I let that be okay. Let that be enough, right? And I think that we could all practice more of that because listen, there's stuff in this life that sucks. There's stuff that happens to us that hurts, that's hard, that's scary, that's definitely not fair. And when we get stuck in like the suckiness of it for too long, it's obviously we're going to be in the suckiness of it sometimes because we're human, we have feelings. But when we get stuck in the suckiness of it for too long, we let that energy grow. Our thoughts get sucked more into it, our emotions get sucked more into it, our habits get much more sucked into it, right? And so our experience just gets more sucked into it, and it's hard to break out of that then, we find more evidence to support it. And so all of this to say that whatever you've got going on, restoration and peace, if that's something that you're craving, that you're wanting, that you're needing, that you're desiring right now, it is possible for you. Just a little bit at a time, little intention at a time. Maybe a little yoga like I did, maybe a little nature, maybe little dog pets, maybe little, whatever that little is for you. But it is possible, and don't beat yourself up too hard, all right, y'all? Have a good day. I'll see you next time for day 32.